All right, Shalom. Like I say, call Allah, Wah, loves all praise and glory. And he was the how Bashim, El Shai, Bashim, Kwakadash, the Bonus Prophet, El Great Muslim, bless God, elect. Few sisters is life owners. That's what Muslim don't know is truth. Might just come out from the DMS community branch, come up to another lesson video. All right. Nothing but prophecy. That's what we deal with over here in GMS. You know, we're going through prophecies, man. And the prophecy are doing nothing but speaking in these last days and this time that we in. You know, it's spewing out, man. You know, it's coming out. You know, it's accelerating, man. The prophecies are accelerating. All right, and then you're moving quick now. So you know, like the head apostle said, man. You know, miss day, miss lasso. You know, kind of staying locked in. All right, but I'm just gonna play the videos and hit the scriptures, and yeah. Ain't too much things to be left to be said no more, man. You know, except you know, because the prophecy is, like I said, they speaking for themselves, right? But yeah, I'm gonna play it.
ICE is buying incinerators, and now we have proof. A Navy contract was just released showing the Navy is managing the construction of a massive network of immigration detention centers across the nation. And what's included in the contract is extremely disturbing. It describes tent cities that can hold 10,000 people each with a specific provision for biohazard incinerators under the medical and death section. That means they are specifically planning for death and choosing to burn the evidence right there on site. The reason DHS is paying the Navy $55 billion for this is so they can get this nationwide network of giant detention centers with infrastructure for handling death built as quickly as possible. And they tried to do it quietly by updating the Navy's existing contract to make this deal instead of creating a new contract specifically for this. Here are my sources if you want more information.
We got some of these in here today. CT Sales in Dawson, Minnesota. These are incinerators. This is the XL. Floors perforated for air and natural, so they'll burn hot. It's got to be 3/16 construction, the whole thing. It's heavy. Fork pockets to move it with your skid loader or forklift. Telehandler. This is the large. This is the medium. You can empty them out. Yeah. DM me if you're interested.
So this is the rabbit hole that I went down tonight about medical waste management and ICE detention facilities that are being built. So there's over 20 plus detention centers that can hold thousands of people being built across the United States. Here's reporting of some of the things that are being built in these detention centers. Incinerators are being requested to be built in order to deal with medical waste management or biohazard materials at these ICE detention facilities. Has that been done before? No. If you go here, you can see that in April of 2024, no medical incinerators have been a thing. If you go back further in time, per the EPA standards, in 1990, I searched this document as well. No place has medical incinerators on site. Everything is placed in a red bag or a double red bag or something with a biohazard sticker on it that says medical waste to be disposed at a secondary location. So why would incinerators be requested to be built at multiple ICE detention facilities?
On today's update of what the fuck is going on in this country, the U.S. Navy just updated an existing contract, accepting $55 billion from the Department of Homeland Security to fund concentration camps across this nation. The concentration camps in question are mostly centrally located, also very heavily on the East Coast and a little bit to the south as well. These concentration camps are tent cities, as they're described, that hold upwards of 10,000 people. The most sinister part about this entire thing is the fact that they're putting aside funds for biohazard incinerators. I'm going to say that one more time. Biohazard incinerators. I'm sorry, is that familiar?
Yeah, so you heard it. You seen it. You seen the paperwork, the evidence. All right, this devil plans on spilling all the blood, man. All right, and this is this is when it all comes crashing down. All right, the economy, you know, it's failed, and you know it's like the wild wild west out here. All right, and there's no laws. there's its society is completely out of tact, and people just doing what the fuck they want to do. This is what they're gonna do. This is what they plan on doing. All right, these are the insidious plans of these bastards. Okay, they said they got the concentration camps up and running. What was the term they used? They called them labor camps. They call them what is the term she just used? I just lost it. But anyway, they hiding all types of. They hiding the true name of what they are. They calling everything for other than what it is, a concentration camp, and they're gonna put you people, all right, and some brothers in there, okay, in those camps. And you gonna have to make a decision whether to take a chip or, be beheaded or just shot on sight. You know what I'm saying? I just devil plan on getting down, and yeah, there is gonna be a lot of beheading because, as the Epstein files is coming out. These devils, they want your organs. They want your they can reuse them body parts on you. All right. Liver, and then they use them for sacrifices too. Satan, all types of witchcraft be going on with Esau. So that's why he's gonna have those guillotines to chop your head off and keep your body, the organs, that they can reuse them and for other things. That's money. Okay, that's a part of the black market. That's the things that they sell on the black market. But going back to this, man, the incinerators are. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Because that's what I typed in, right? Typed in AI. I said, what will what is that? I said, what will incinerators do for dead human bodies? It says incinerators or cremators reduce dead human bodies to ashes and bone fragments through high temperature combustion. The process vaporizes soft tissues, leaving behind 7 pounds of skeletal remains, which are then processed into fine powder cremains for return to. This is key details of process. Combustion phrases. The process involves primary combustion of the body and container, followed by secondary combustion of gas. What remains are primary bone fragments and calcium, not ashes in the traditional sense, which are further pulverized in a cremolator. Metal remove medical implants. Here screws. What's this? That's you got the point of it, man. All right. You got the point of it, man. They're gonna they're gonna behead you, take your organs, and the rest of your body remains. They're gonna burn it up, man. Okay, because they can't just leave all them dead bodies out there. It's gonna be a whole bunch of animals, predators, carnivores, scavengers to eat the body remains, and then it brings about disease. That's another thing. Dead bodies just laying around like it brings about disease and shit like that. That's why you got to get rid of it or burn it, or you got to do something with it. You can't just leave a dead body out there like that. It'll bring about diseases, man. All right, so that's another reason why they got to have those things. And that's a lot of killings, man, plan on doing. It's a lot of fucking killing, man. Okay? And the scripture talk about how this man has cut off many people. All right? So that's what he's going to do. He's going to cut you people off. Okay, if you're gonna bow to the new order, this is gonna be your fate. But here go the scripture for that, man. For these concentration camps, this is scripture. Y'all should have talked about this. It's Revelation 2:10. It says, "Is it fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer?" It's like, the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man? Revelation 2:10 says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, to concentration camps, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou fulfilled, faithful unto death, and I will give thee crown of life. In 10 days, it's like about 10 days. It could be longer than that. You know, it's gonna be longer than that. Matter of fact, it's just you know, it's just a certain period of time. That's all it means. Okay. So some brothers going just like Yahushua said. Some of you gonna be locked up. That's why I said, behold, the devil also cast some, not all the elect is gonna be in concentration camps, just some brothers, man. Some of you to prison. So you think of Meshach, Bendigo, what is it? Meshach, Bendigo, and Slakia. You know the story about them, man. All right, when this got thrown in that furnace of fire, and Yahushua rescued them because the angel was Yahushua. It said the angel was like the Son of Man. Yahushua got that title. All right. And he said, it said something about his garments, like, yeah, that fine garment, something like that. Something to that effect. But yeah, Yahushua rescued those 3 men out of the fire. So when you're in these concentration camps, certain brothers, you know, the Lord gonna be with brothers, period, man. Some brothers gotta die, and some brothers might be on the brink of death, and then the Lord's rescue them, whether it be an angel or spiritual power or some type of ordeal with the Lord has divine intervention, and because the Lord gonna be providing miracles. He has to provide miracles in these days in order for the elect to be protected. You know, the ones that's going to be rescued from death. And scriptures talk about how the elect shall scarcely make it. So it's gonna be sticky. Brother's gonna be a sticky situation where it seems like, you know, you might get put to death, but then the Lord save you in nick of time, some miraculous way. All right, so we gotta keep that in mind. That's why we gotta remember scriptures. All right, because they're gonna be our strength in these days. The scriptures, knowing the scriptures, remember the prophecies. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep us stable. It's gonna keep us focus, man. All right. So yeah, man, this is when all these things come upon us, we just gotta remember scriptures and pray upon the Lord, and you know the Lord gonna deliver us, man. If we are deemed to be saved out of the situation, because someone's gotta face death to glorify the Lord or to receive our crown. All right. So that's why the Lord said, "Be faithful unto death, and He will give you crown of life." So, you know, the same way the Lord so-called died, when He came back, He rose up again. So He really didn't die. All right. So yeah, man. These are things that we're looking forward to. This is not something to get discouraged about. This is something we're supposed to embrace, because the scripture talk about the kingdom of heaven is like what's it called? It's basically like a narrow path. Yes, a narrow path with fire on the other side and water on the other. All right. So it's a position of difficulty to get to the kingdom of heaven. So this is what is required. So this is what I do. So yeah, man. With that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah. To the sponsor of those great Muslims. Let's go elect. This is Israelite foreigners. Hope it was edifying. Shalom.